Hello, so welcome to my channel. My name is Billie Jo. If you're new here, welcome. If you are one of my regular viewers, thank you so much for clicking on the video. So this is a twin flame update reading, and of course most of you know I like to start off with a few cards on the table. So this card represents the gem represents the union, what's going on in the union between the masculine and the feminine. This is the feminine, this is the masculine. So let's look at the feminine first. We have the riddle. So the riddle talks about, when you have a question or you're trying to find an answer and it just keeps going around in circles in your head, and no matter how hard you try, no matter how hard you work at it, it's like the answer is eluding you. So what it basically recommends is, it's not time to search for the answers, the how, the why, the when. When is this going to happen? How is it going to happen? All these answers, if you just let go, it'll eventually come to you. The answers will come in divine timing. The answers will come when they're meant to. So stop driving yourself crazy, basically. And for the masculine, we have, I hope I say this correctly, Kairos. So Kairos, it talks about synchronicities. And again, divine timing. Sorry, I had to pause the video for a minute. My kitty was coughing up a fur ball. Okay, so anyways, back to Kairos. So it talks about divine timing. It talks about divine synchronies. It talks about time that goes beyond the time continuum. What we consider clocks and our time, earthly time. It talks about divine timing is not the same as our timing. They're different. And just everything coming in the season. So basically you kind of, in a way, you're both kind of mirroring each other in a little way. You're more questioning. So the masculine seems to be like seeing synchronicities and like wow, but not quite understanding, where you want the understanding, you want the knowledge. The feminine wants I'm acting like I'm talking to a feminine. If you're a masculine here, welcome. So sorry, I just speak like I'm talking to other feminines, so take it how it resonates with you. I do apologize. But so for the feminine, she's more, also let me say, masculine and feminine are not gender, they're energy. Okay, so just don't pay attention to my she's and he's. Okay, thank you. So the feminine is more into, okay, I've already acknowledged synchronicities, I've seen the synchronicities, I want to know why, what they mean, and when is this thing happening, when is it coming to fruition. But then the combined energy, we have the gem. So the gem is like the diamond in the rough, and it takes pressure to make a diamond. So each time you're in separation, and it's difficult, but the hard times between you make you stronger. Okay, they make you stronger. And also it talks about not just that, your inner light is what I was trying to think about. It talks about your inner light and how you're more than just your physical being. Your inner light, the person deep down inside that you're, the diamond in the rough card, the gem, is talking about, yeah, you go through these things, these hardships, in order to make you stronger. And it also in order to help you find who you are really on the inside, who you are uniquely and individually. And as a combined masculine and feminine, when you come into union, you're going to know you have a purpose. And all these situations that you get put through when you go into, when you're in union, then when you get put in separation, back and forth. And this is a continuous process. And all this leads to your combined union into knowing what your purpose is and what you bring to humanity. So let's look at the feminine. So in the feminine, for the divine feminine, let's look and see what she's currently going through at the time this week. What is divine? And if you see the bruises on my hand, just please ignore it. I had to have some blood work this week. No big deal. Okay, what's going on with the divine feminine this week? We have the Queen of Swords. The Hanged Man. And the Four of Wands. Okay. I'll put it like this right now. Okay. Okay, so it looks like, so the Queen of Swords to me is someone who pretty much is cutting out the bullshit. Here we see her sitting there looking off into the distance in deep thought. Okay, so, oh look, I never noticed that before. It looks like a singing bowl with water in it. Anyways, so it seems like, you know, she's ready to cut out the bullshit. She's ready to cut out anything that doesn't suit her, that's not best for her growth, for any kind of bullshit, basically. She's extremely intelligent. She, most of the time, the divine feminine is more the emotional, spiritual between the two. However, it looks like she's using logic right now because she's tired of, first of all, she's tired of no movement. She's tired of just hanging around with no movement. But however, the Hanged Man talks about enlightenment. When you stop fighting, the ropes, when you actually succumb to where you're currently at, then you get an epiphany, an aha moment. You're able to see things from a completely different view. Imagine if you're sitting up on a tree limb. You see the world a certain way. You see it up, right side up. And then you hang upside down, the world looks totally different. So when you stop fighting that upside down situation, then you start realizing that, oh, okay, so this is what I'm supposed to be seeing. What she's seeing is all these different synchronicities and signs and symbols. And here you are thinking about it. You're looking at it, you're thinking about, okay, so I've stopped fighting this. I've stopped trying to figure things out and just kind of went with the flow. And now I'm starting to learn things on how it's going to lead to this union, this divine union. Four of Wands, divine union and celebration. Happiness. So clarity is bringing happiness. You know, a calmness is coming towards the divine feminine. Now let's look at the divine masculine. She stopped, the divine feminine has stopped fighting the tide. She's calm in mind, she's calm in spirit, and just kind of celebrating life and going with the flow. I remember a time when, in my own journey, when my mind just felt like it was just going crazy, and now it's just kind of, I kind of feel this right here because I've kind of come to a calmness in my heart, my mind, and my spirit when it comes to my union. I consider me and my masculine in union, although we are physically separated. And sometimes Spirit has us in complete communication, always talking, always together. Then sometimes we get thrown into separation. And those times of separation are for learning. So I've learned to stop fighting it. Okay. And union looks different for different people. You know, for some people, union, they see union as marriage. Other people's union is living together. And for, there's people like me who union is being together in mind and spirit, even though our bodies are separate. Because to me, the physical doesn't define my union. My masculine is in prison. So it kind of makes it difficult for us to be in union. Okay. Divine masculine. Where are you at? Okay. We have the Ace of Wands. The Son of Pentacles. And the Father of Swords. Oh, wow. Look at this. The Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. So there is a divine connection. This is definitely masculine and feminine of the same suit. So that to me represents a divine masculine, divine feminine of the same, you know, energy. So let's look at this. We have the Ace of Wands. So this is a spark of new energy. Lots of times I do often describe my Ace of Wands like a matchstick. So this is your Ace of Wands. It's the moment of ignition with the matchstick lighting up. An aha moment, a coming together, inspiration, igniting. That is the Ace of Wands. That spark. It can also talk about sexual energy too. But right now I'm not feeling that's the energy we're picking up. Right now we're picking up the spark. Inspiration, an aha moment. So he's been inspired. And then you have the Son of Pentacles, which is like the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles, all 4 knights, he's the slowest moving knight. He wants to make sure everything is right. There's nothing that's going to go wrong. And sometimes he's depicted as not even on his horse. Sometimes he's standing next to it because he's not in movement. He's just had that spark of inspiration. So he hasn't quite gotten on his horse to run towards his feminine. And that probably has to do a lot with the fact of the Father of Swords is someone who is very just, very fair, but very precise. Someone who's an authoritative figure, someone who wants to make sure everything is perfect and right. So it looks like the masculine has had that spark of inspiration. He's had that epiphany moment where he knows what he wants to do. However, he's still thinking of how he's going to do it. He's still thinking on that. He wants to make sure it's all done right. And who can blame him? And, you know, I mean, this has to be perfect. This has to be right. Now I want to pull some cards on what's going on in the union part with you two together. What's going on with you two together? What is the union energy, Spirit? For that, I'm going to use the Hermit Tarot. We have 7, wait. Wrongful advance. And you make my heart full. Okay. So what this tells me is that stop with like the gem. The diamond isn't ready. It's not fully formed. It's not ready to make that advance to move forward. Yes, you both feel heartfelt emotions for each other and feelings for each other, but it's not yet quite time for you to come into union. Just because you have the feelings doesn't mean it's time to be in union. So let's get some more cards on that. So Spirit, please advise us, even though we're in love, even though the masculine and feminine are in love, why is it not time to move forward? What's the holdup? What's being waited on? So we have number 38, Bridges. Number 27, Letter. Okay. So, of course, bridges, you know, to me, talks about bridges being built, being able to get from one place to the other. There may be some contracts that need to be made, some paperwork, such as contracts, or, for example, if I was talking about my masculine, talking about from being in prison to his freedom. Like, there's a bridge there that needs to be gapped, and maybe some contracts need to be signed on his release. For you, it may be something else. Maybe your person needs to be able to move. They need move tickets, the contract to move. Maybe from a different country, maybe that's a visa. You know, whatever it is, there's some kind of bridge there that needs to be gapped. So now let's get some conversation. Let's see, what does the feminine want to say to the masculine? What does the feminine want to say to the masculine? I don't intend to chase you, but I think you are a real catch. I want us to be able to be completely authentic with each other. Before I even saw your face, I knew it was you. I could feel your energy and God telling me that you were the one. Let's get the masculine's responses. I would love to talk with you about building a future together. So he wants to make sure it's perfect. I am sorry I held myself back from you. I have always loved you, but I thought you could have anyone back then. I watch your social media intently every day. I laugh knowing that my song messages are getting through to you. Now from a different deck, let's see what else the Divine Feminine wants to say. Our ride together was like a roller coaster. Extreme dips of heartbreak, triggers that led to healing, then exquisite highs of bliss. I'm back and I'm better. I put that teddy bear you gave me in a blender. That's from song lyrics from Ashniko. You have my taste in your mouth. I'm bitter. Lyrics from a song by Fletcher. Okay. Feminine gets a little saucy, don't she? What does the masculine want to respond to that? We have, I'm being guided, divinely guided back to you. Will you take me back? Be with me. And my heart can't even beat without you in my life. I literally feel it breaking every moment you're away from me. Aww. Last but not least, I want to get just some messages for you, the viewer. Anything that Spirit wants to say to you, whether it's related to this connection or not. Maybe there's something you need to hear. St. John's wort is a natural remedy to battle depression. Maybe you've suffered some depression lately. You've experienced a distinct event or toxic situation that has disrupted your life. You can and will recover. I'll get one more. Treat yourself to a much-deserved massage. Sounds like you need some quality time for yourself, some great R&R. Sounds like you've deserved some. Thank you so much for watching my video. I wish all of you many, many blessings. Sending much love to each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Let me go ahead and pause this. I'll put the cards away so that way I can show you which decks I used, okay? Okay, so hello again. I just want to show you the decks that I used in this reading. First off, these decks are the only ones that I use that you can purchase off the Amazon link down in the description box. I am an Amazon influencer, so all you have to do is click on the link below that says Amazon, and you can go towards, it'll show you all the decks that I use in my readings, as well as some of the spiritual type books that I've read. If you you can purchase one of those decks from that link. The round cards that I had used on the very beginning was the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck by Kim Krantz. For the Divine Feminines, I used the Light Seers Tarot. For the Masculines, I used the Wild Unknown Tarot. The little cards I used as clarifiers was the Gilded Reverie. Now, this deck is by the Hermit Tarot. She is another YouTuber, and I like this deck. It's really, it's simple but straight to the point, and I really enjoy it. From Celestial Forcasts by Carrie. She is as well another tarot YouTube reader. The Thinking Man Oracle. I like the gilded edges. And these are just message cards. With Rachel of Angelic Revelation 144. I used her Queen Bee to King D and King D to Queen Bee decks. They are message deck cards as well. And the decks that I use that I created, you can get down in the description box. A link to purchase these. The Divine Ladies. And my Light Language Messages from Higher Realms deck is just message cards. Maybe some advice cards. All right. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.